What was the scariest day of your life?
Scariest day of my life? I don't know, like close death experiences, near death experiences, shootouts, getting shot at. I never really been in like a crazy car accident, but a lot of shootouts though.
I'm not even gonna ask about that.
Last night at about 10:10 p.m., our officers got called to the parking lot here behind me with regards to a shooting that had occurred. Investigation determined that a 24-year-old male of Burlington, named as Omar Niaz Mohammed, had been shot. EMS attended. Unfortunately, upon transfer to hospital, he was pronounced deceased.
Yo, face! Yo, your face, please! With sugar on top!
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, very unfortunate situation concerning a young man by the name of Sh0t, a Canada-based rapper who it seems like life took a dark turn. Starting out as an honor roll student who seemed to have a prominent future and came from Muslim descent, you would think that the stories he's involved with wouldn't be the same person. But however, the streets tend to take a toll on you no matter who you are or where you come from. No matter how old you are, no matter what people thought they knew about you, they say some of the most dangerous people always started out as the quiet ones, or usually the ones that nobody ever expected to get caught up in a dangerous lifestyle. Often when you hear about guys who either lost their lives, sentenced to long periods of time in jail, or inflicted pain on others, it's typically the same story. He or she was such a good person, they didn't deserve that, and etc. Or it takes close ones by surprise because they didn't know he or she was living a certain lifestyle that only the streets got to witness. But the thing is, even if you're a straight A student, sometimes all it takes is one action in the streets and it'll force your hand to become something other than who everybody knew you to be. Because once you get active in the streets and do something there's no coming back from, at that point you have to adapt to your surroundings or you become the fool. It's not that you wanted to, but it comes to a point where you have no choice. In this situation here, many believe that that was the ultimate fate for this rapper, Sh0t. And here's the thing, many people always judge a book by its cover. Sh0t was of course little and he didn't have the look of your typical gangster, but they said that he definitely had the reputation of someone that put in work, which prompted him to have a nickname such as the Wild Child. Aside from just a nickname, it said that the shooting that took his life was the third attempt on his life, as he's had 2 attempts before this one, but unfortunately, this would be one of those instances where the quote, "third time's a charm" will be applied. I brought that up to mention that anyone who has that many attempts on their life in such short periods of time definitely did something to warrant that, which means that he had to have inflicted that same behavior, right? So we're going to get into what led up to the shooting death of rapper Sh0t and the details that were given from law enforcement, and then also get into his ops taunting his passing on social media after the news broke. There's also dashcam footage of the shooting that we'll get into as well, but make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm, and if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it.
Why are you hitting I never did. Don't hit butt to me, bro. Sit down. Sit down. Move it. Why? I'm gonna Yo, what are you doing, bro? Why? Go sit down, bro. Bro, sit. Who are you talking to, bro? Sit down.
It's nothing.
Nah, don't sit down, bro. Why are you sitting down, bro? Nah, bro. Just like that. Nah, bro. Jenny. Oh my god. Bro. Just like that, bro. Lock me up right here, bro. Sit down. Bro. Move, bro. Nah, bro.
Now, according to a news article, it is state quote, Halton Regional Police say a 24-year-old man has passed away after being shot at a mall in Burlington, Ontario on Monday night. Police said the shooting happened at Burlington Center Mall near Guelph Line in Fairview Street just after 10 p.m. shortly after the stores in the mall closed for the night. Investigators said the shooting took place in the parking lot and the man was rushed to the hospital. He later passed away from his injury. The victim has been identified as Omer Nayaz Muhammad. Halton Police Media Relations Officer Jeff Dillon said the shooting in an open parking lot is a complete disregard for the safety of others, firing a handgun in an open space like that. Officers are searching for 2 suspects who fled in a white SUV, police said. However, no arrests have been made. Police said investigators believe this was a targeted incident with no known risk to public safety. No one else was injured. Anyone with security or dashcam footage is asked to call police or Crime Stoppers. This is Halton Region's first homicide of 2026.
Police have identified the victim as 24-year-old Omar Niaz Muhammad, and they believe he was targeted. Halton Regional Police say they were called to the area at Guelph Line and Prospect Street just after 10 p.m. and found the victim in the parking lot of the Burlington Center suffering from a gunshot wound. He was rushed to hospital where he died of his injuries.
Now that was the details shared by Global News right after the shooting took place. But as of yesterday, a witness who have claimed to saw and heard the incident take place will come forward and describe what he witnessed. The news article involving the witness will state, quote, Ross Hamilton was in a restaurant on Guelph Line in Burlington Monday night when he says he heard the sound of 3 gunshots from the parking lot across the road at Burlington Center. When he went outside, he saw a man in dark clothing walking away from a white sedan, he said. There was some chaotic yelling, and the man got into the rear driver's side of a white SUV that fled. Hamilton crossed Guelph Line while calling 911 and ran over to the white car. He says he found a man slouched over in the driver's seat, bleeding from what appeared to be a gunshot wound to the neck. I immediately began putting pressure on the wound, he said. He had already lost a massive amount of blood by this point. Hamilton did not know the dying man, but he has since been identified as 24-year-old Omer Nayaz Muhammad, also known as the Hamilton rapper Little OT. Hamilton said Muhammad appeared to be semi-conscious, breathing and making small movements. He didn't say anything. The driver's side window of the car was broken and there appeared to be damage to the door, Hamilton said. Halton police and paramedics arrived quickly, he said, and officers immediately began CPR after opening the car door. But his injury was too severe and Muhammad later passed away in the hospital. Hamilton said he gave a statement to Halton police who are investigating the homicide. In a news release Tuesday, police said they were looking for 2 suspects who fled in a white vehicle following the shooting around 10:10 p.m. Hamilton said he saw a second black SUV leave at the same time as the suspect vehicle. He believes the 2 vehicles appeared to be together. However, Halton police said that they can't confirm whether any other vehicles were involved. Police are aware of at least 2 people involved. Police do not know what Muhammad was doing in the area at the time he was shot, he said, and are asking anyone with information about the victim or what happened to come forward. The Spectator has confirmed that later Monday night, emergency services were called to a vehicle fire in the parking lot of the Hamilton Aviary on Oak Knoll Drive. Halton police were contacted. They have seized a white Honda HR-V and are asking area residents to check surveillance cameras. However, it is not clear if this vehicle is connected to the shooting. Muhammad was known to the police and spoke about being involved in other shootings and going to jail both in his music and in interview. Now, if you ask me, something sounds fishy here, and it's almost as if Little OT may have been set up. They never said he went inside of the mall or had any surveillance of him going in or leaving the mall at all, which to me seems like he was only in the mall parking lot because he was waiting for somebody or he was lured in. They claim there were 2 vehicles who seemed to be paired together, as after the shooting occurred with the white vehicle, the black vehicle left right along with the white one. So once again, could have been a situation where OT was meeting with someone in the parking lot, possibly for an exchange of something, whether it was drugs, money, goods, whatever. And as he was waiting, whoever was supposed to meet him there may have been the suspects. Just theorizing at this point, however, why else would he be sitting in the parking lot or going to one, while investigators say there's no indication of him going or leaving the mall. And if you've been in the streets, you know usually people use public parking lots to do certain deals because they feel that they can hide in plain sight. If you know, you know. Now here's dashcam footage that seemed to have captured the whole shooting from their car as everything took place. Y'all check this out. Now this dash cam footage has raised concerns and have people saying that Little OT have been backdoored, because it appears that the car he was riding in will come to a halt, then someone will run out and get into another car that was trailing them, and the other white car is seen just sitting there. Presumably that's the same car that Little OT was in. Then a shooting must have happened, that person ran out of the car, went into the other car, and they left. Now one user on Twitter will state, quote, "I don't know. Looks like someone hopped out the white car into the SUV to get away. Almost like a backdoor plot. Bro was set up." Now let's review this one more time. Alright, now as y'all can see, this right here is the black car that they're saying may have played a part in it as well. They're not sure, but let's see. Now this right here, if y'all could zoom in, this right here is the car that somebody ran out of, right? But this is also the car that had Little OT in it. Y'all pay attention to this car right here. Watch. Cross. It's going slow as hell. Slow, 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 weird, crossing over. And then boom, you see somebody running out. Now after you see somebody running out, the car is still rolling. Now the guy said that, the witness, right? The witness said that Little OT was in the driver's side. So either he got it wrong, or maybe this guy had to be behind Little OT, shot him in the neck from behind, and then ran off. Got out the car and ran off. Look, see him running? This car picks him up. Right here. And then they're gone. Right? Here's the black car right here. And they're going together. Now, as of right now, there haven't been any suspects identified or in custody, and the news report did say that they found a white vehicle nearby in that area that has been since set on fire that they believe may or may have not been a part of the shooting. But as we know, 9 times out of 10 it was, because they want to hide any type of evidence and clean getaway. And with the news spreading, of course his ops was going to have a field day. One of them happened to be fellow Canadian rapper Young Driller, who posted a story trolling Little OT. And although it said that he was into it with Top 5, I haven't seen anything from him. But let's not forget he did have a comment about OT getting locked up 3 times back to back for the same charge, and nothing happened.
I think he's a rat. And ask me why. He beat 3 gun cases in a year. 3 separate ones. Man will beat 1 gun case, and yo, I might. You're still on the boat? No, it updated. Yo, I don't want, listen, I'm not calling him a rat, but 3 gun cases, yo, press up. Man can't beat 3 gun cases in 1 year.
Yo, fam, can I sleep, cuz? Oh, me, dog. You guys go to sleep, fam. Word.
Now, while alive, OT faced a lot of backlash throughout his career. He was called out for using the N-word in his music multiple times, and when asked about it during the interview, he simply stated that it's just how he talked because he grew up in the trenches and that's how they communicate. Also stating that he didn't plan on stopping like Nav did, another Canadian artist who was called out for using the N-word, and he will go on to take it out of some of his popular songs afterwards.
Now, you may have gotten some backlash before for saying the N-word in your songs. So why do you use it?
That's just from the hood, I don't know. I'm from the hood, most of my homies, like, sleep over at their houses, I don't know, just like lingo from the hood, is what it is.
I hear that.
I'm not dissing, right?
You ever plan on taking it out, or you plan on just still keeping it in your songs? For example, Nav, he got called out for it and he took it out of his songs.
I don't know.
Then, aside from that, OT also faced backlash for people feeling like he wasn't really in the streets and he was living a false lifestyle trying to be something that he wasn't. He even went as far as responding to the people who made fun of him for graduating high school. Crazy. Here's what I would say, y'all. We're not sure what lifestyle he truly lived, whether he was really about that life or not. However, never judge a book by its cover. Sometimes the smallest guys be the most dangerous for the simple fact that they feel people are trying to bully them due to them being smaller. So they make it their business to go the furthest extent just to teach you a lesson, which makes them respond worse than the average person will. Now on the flip side, he could just been capping in his music because we know that it sells. But in this case, he'll just be doing what 90% of the rappers in that industry are already doing anyway. That being said, rest in peace to Little OT. Condolences to his family. Y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. I'm out.